My name is Kathy Tran. I'll be covering Chapter 26, titled Peacemaking Criminology by Richard Quinn. Now, before we start with anything, understand that none of this is actually scientific. It's actually all very spiritual. He believes that our current criminal justice system is based off of violence and that violence only leads to more violence. What he suggests instead is that we lean towards peacemaking criminology to end our problem on crime. Now, the whole premise or the whole idea of this is that crime is based off of suffering, and that to end crime, we have to end suffering. We've all experienced suffering. It's emotional, it's psychological, it's physical pain. It can be going to a job interview, the anxiety associated with that, or unemployment. On global scales, this can be warfare or even the threat of nuclear warfare. We all experience suffering every single day, no matter what the magnitude, and in essence, suffering is the human condition. So, how do we end human suffering? First, we have to change ourselves by changing our minds and letting go of conditioned thoughts. These conditioned thoughts are what we believe to be true, when in truth aren't actually reality at all. A mind that's centered around these conditioned thoughts is egocentric. We have to transcend this egocentric thinking in order to achieve awareness of true reality, becoming one with the universe, open-minded and unbiased to all things. Then we will have achieved inner peace, and once we've achieved inner peace, we can finally move on to remedy the problems of the world and achieve global peace itself. So, now that we know that awareness means letting go, how do we get there? Well, first we have the right understanding of true reality. As Zen Buddhists put it, true reality is emptiness. It's a void. It's hard for us to comprehend now, but once we recognize this emptiness, we can see things as they truly are. With this awareness, we can abandon cold rationalization for wisdom, and we can open our hearts and quiet our minds, being more compassionate, caring, and understanding. It's through this that we achieve inner peace. Unfortunately, in today's world, we are too controlled by modern science and rationalization. It's this rationalization that actually severs compassion because we become too observational and logical. Quinn suggests that we steer modern science away from criminology itself. According to Quinn, we have also detached ourselves from this whole one with the universe concept, in due part to conditional thoughts, which have isolated us from each other and has also created more suffering. So to fix this, we should become more unified as a complete wholeness, or return to the universe. Remember back to people who are aware. When someone is aware, they become more compassionate, so they're more empathetic and understanding of other people's suffering, because they too used to suffer. So when we're all connected, we'll all try to identify each other's pains and fix them, and more people will achieve inner peace, and in a domino effect, we will all end global suffering since everyone has returned to a complete wholeness. It's only from understanding our own suffering, and thus the suffering of others, that allows us to want to rectify and solve the problems affecting our world today through nonviolent means. According to Quinn, as he puts it, peace can only come out of peace. In other words, if we aren't in harmony with ourselves, we can't create harmony for anyone else or society as a whole. But once we do have inner harmony, we must then try to gap the bridge between ourselves as a collective whole so that we can all achieve complete oneness. This is a part of peacemaking criminology. So, in essence, during the process of attaining inner harmony and harmony with others, we are transforming the human being so that we can attain peace and justice. Lastly, peacemaking criminology is being applied today through programs such as mediation and conflict resolution and other nonviolent, humane methods. All of this focuses on trying to transform the human being to attain peace, and that to end crime, we have to end suffering. So, in all, there are 9 components to this understanding. 1. Suffering is the human condition. 2. We have to move beyond the egocentric self. 3. We can end suffering by becoming aware. 4. True reality is emptiness. 5. Rationalization limits our understanding. 6. We can eliminate suffering through empathy, love, and kindness. 7. From love and kindness will we have understanding, service, and justice. 8. Peacemaking criminology is nonviolent and seeks to end suffering, thereby ending crime. And 9. The main idea is that crime is suffering, and that to end crime, we have to end suffering.